Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast, back at you with another video. Today, I'm gonna talk about how I voiced and created my characters, where I got the inspiration for them from, and how I voiced them. And maybe this can help you create characters for your animations or whatever too. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video. And stay tuned for tomorrow, which is the story of Trey new episode. I'm going to talk about Ethan first. Ethan is based off my high school friend, who is a really good friend of mine I still talk to every now and then. The character in the show, Ethan, he is a dumb, kind of slow-witted guy. He's really funny. He says a lot of out-of-place things, and he's dumb, but he's really funny in a dumb way. Kind of like Patrick Star, but the thing that makes him Ethan is that he cares about his friends. He always has good intentions, and he always wants the best for his friends, and he considers his friends family. Even though he makes fun of them, he sincerely cares about his friends. A fun fact about Ethan: when I first made the first season of Story of Trey, I didn't actually voice Ethan. My at the time friend voiced him. He did a pretty good job at the time, but now I voice him. And I'm gonna go into how I voice him.
So if you're trying to sound like Ethan, and you're trying to sound dumb, you do not want to go just at a low register.
I realized if I go at a high register,
But act like I'm yawning.
so like I'm going at my normal tone, I guess. Like I'm talking like my normal self.
But it's kinda like I'm yawning. Oh.
Like even when I yawn, I'm like, damn, I sound like Ethan. But like, I use that yawn to voice Ethan.
I'm Ethan. I go at kind of a high voice, a low register. It's kinda like a yawn. Like you kinda have to yawn, and it makes it sound like Ethan.
Now, I'm gonna get on to how I voice Andy. Andy is based off my childhood friend. Andy is the genius inventor. He built a robot butler bot to do chores for them. He's really intelligent, but he's really timid and shy, and he gets worried about a lot of things. He cares about his friends like all of them. He's really intelligent. That's Andy. He's like the nerdy one. He's like Jimmy Neutron. A fun fact about Andy is in the first season, he was actually bald. And then the person who was based off of Andy is all like, why'd you make me bald? And then I decided to give him blonde hair in the later episodes. Another fun fact about Andy is that my other friend voiced him in the first couple episodes. Episode 3 through 6 was voiced by my friend. But when I voice Andy, I pretty much move my mouth back. So it kind of gives that nasally feel. I don't want to sound like this. Like, I don't want to force myself to sound like a nerd. Go like this. That's kind of I feel like that's kind of an annoying sound. And I think I did that in the first 1-2 episodes. And then I got kind of sick of that voice, and I realized if I go more pull my mouth out, it kind of makes it kind of reminds me of the singer of Blink-182. All the small things. And I used that for Andy. I like going at a high note too, but you don't want to go too high. You just want to go just right here. Now I'm going to go on to Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird is based off my old physics teacher from high school. Fun fact, actually yesterday, Wednesday, I went back to my high school. It was a lot different. And apparently Mr. Bird still works there. He was a really nice teacher. I like that guy. The Mr. Bird character is the teacher of the high school. Well, he's the teacher of the main characters. He teaches, well, in my school he taught physics, but in the show he teaches, and I think he teaches history. I'm not sure. I gotta figure that out. He's one of the teachers, and he's kind of the main teacher that they look up to and the role model. He really cares about his students, but he also is the one to put the foot down when he has to.
So I go at a low register when I go with Mr. Bird, but this isn't just it. Very low kind of note. And then I go through the back of my throat for Mr. Bird. I'm Mr. Bird. So I use the back of my throat, and then I go at a very low note, and that helps me sound like Mr. Bird. And I try to make it like a dominant sounding sound. I kind of puff my chest out, and use that airflow in my chest to get more amplification so I can speak like Mr. Bird.
I don't have any fun facts about Mr. Bird. Now I'm going to get on to Joe. So Joe isn't necessarily based off anyone I know. I guess it was a group of people that he was based off of. They always really liked rapping and stuff, and they were into like rapping together and making rhymes and stuff, and they wrote lyrics and stuff. They were into that. They kind of inspired me to practice the art of rap and listen to different hip hop bands. So yeah, Joe is kind of based off those jockey, into sports kind of vibe characters. If you're into anime, and especially, I love One Piece. That's the Straw Hat guy in this book. The Shonen Jump Guide to Making Manga. And my brother got it for me. And in the book, there's this one thing I really admired. It was the creator of One Piece, Oda. They interviewed him. Oda was asked, how should one practice creating good characters? And he said, observe other people in your own life. That was from chapter 3, page 82. We're excited style, what's up? Now, I'm going to get onto the character Trey. Trey is based off of my own self, Luke Feast. I didn't want to name him Luke Feast. I felt like that would be too obvious, and I wanted to make a character that was like kind of who I felt like, but at the same time I wanted to write a character that people could identify with without it being me. I wanted to make it something different. That's why I made Trey. Trey is the main character of Story of Trey. Obviously it's called Story of Trey, but Trey is kind of like, I would say, the life of the party. He always thinks of new ideas. He's really ambitious. He's there for his friends. I just feel like he's the moderator with Andy and Ethan. He holds the whole boat together when it comes to the group. And I feel like that's why Trey's kind of an important role. If there was no Trey, I feel like the other three characters wouldn't have good as dynamic. I feel like Trey, he doesn't have as much personality as Ethan and Andy, but he's definitely just as important because he holds the boat together and keeps the dynamic in place. Fun fact about Trey. No, he's not a Johnny Test ripoff. I created Story of Trey, the idea, high school, sophomore year in 2013. I think it was a salon, and I bleached the tip of my hairs because I thought it looked cool. I don't know why. It was like this color, but there was also bleach in it. And that's why Story of Trey has yellow and brown hair. Oh yeah, and I just voiced Trey in my normal voice. Hi, I'm Trey.
I'm Ethan.
What are you doing today, Ethan?
Not much.
Okay, someone texted me. Thank you for watching that video. We have animation tutorials, media tutorials, tunes, films, and music. So stay tuned and have a great day.